Welcome to sunny and warm Greenville, or actually Woodruff, South Carolina, just outside of Greenville, for the 2022 Joe Nall fly-in. This trip has been 3 years in the making. 3 years ago this week, I actually got the construction on the Camp Easy done and pulled it out of the workshop and was going to tow it down here to the fly-in, but I ended up coming down with a stomach virus and didn't get to go. The next 2 years were the pandemic, so they didn't even hold the event. So yeah, this trip has been 3 years in the making, and I'm so glad to be here. Now, you're probably going to hear a lot of motors running while I'm doing this video. These are golf carts going by, these are airplanes in the air, and that's just part of the scene down here. But the Camp Easy's on the site, there's airplanes everywhere. Let's go. So let's talk about the scale of this place. I don't know exactly how big it is, but I've been told that the main runway that runs down the middle of it is like 7,000 feet long, and it doesn't even cover the whole property. Most people bring like a mini bike or rent a golf cart when they get here to go back and forth. I know that if you leave one end of the property, walk to the other and back, you've probably went 3 miles. This place is massive for a radio-controlled airplane show. The place is so big they give you a map when you roll in. It shows you where you can get food, where the welcome center is, restroom and shower facilities. They have a general store here in case you forgot anything at home. There are just so many things that, yeah, they give you a map so you'll not get lost in the place. So this white airplane is one that was built by Skip Weller. He's the one that we ran into at the Teardrop rally at the Harrison Bay State Park last fall. So not only is he a cool camper, he's a good airplane builder. So we're about to wind down the first full day at Joe Nall 2022. And even though it's the first weekend and only a few people are here compared to what it'll be later in the week, it has already been a wonderful time. I'm so happy to be back. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna try something new. I've got a Coleman oven that you unfold and set it on a burner, and I'm going to try to bake some pizza with it. So here's my plan. I tried setting the oven on the cooktop at home, but it's just too close to the wood. It comes within like an inch of the wood back here, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to take the drawer out, set it on this little table, and put it over here, you know, kind of close to the propane tank, and see if I can use the oven on that. I think this is going to work well. So there it is put together. All I did was unfold it and put the grate in there in a pan. If this works like I think it's going to, this is going to be a game changer. I'll be able to make pizza in here, Be able to make cookies, biscuits, whatever. So you can see there's a temperature gauge on here. I've turned it on high on the burner. You can see it burning underneath there. I don't know how easy it will be to maintain the temperature, but I'm gonna try to hit 350. This is some pizza I brought from back home at a local restaurant that a buddy of mine owns called Phillips Drive-In. This is some good stuff, so I'm gonna put it in the oven and see how it does. So the pizza's been in the oven about 15 minutes. It started at around 350 degrees, and right now it's just a touch under 300. So to run 350 or above, it's probably gonna need a heavier burner, a hotter burner, but we'll just run at 300 and cook it a little longer. All right, check it out, y'all. It looks like it did a good job, even browned it a little bit around the edges. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good supper. So here's what the camp stove looks like folded up. It's probably 2 inches thick and I don't know, 12 inches by 12 inches. Worked pretty good. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put an Amazon link in the description. That way if you want to try one of these out. But yeah, I'm glad I bought this. So we're gonna sit here and eat pizza and watch these folks fly these lit up airplanes. Gosh, there must be 8 or 10 of them in the air. Looks like a swarm of radioactive bees. All right, it is Sunday morning, about 8 o'clock. I slept late. People are already up flying. First thing I need to do is make the bed up, because yesterday it was a steady stream of people coming by wanting to take a tour of this thing. So we'll make sure the bed's made up and presentable. So if anyone is curious, I am still using the Wind 2000 watt generator and it's still running great. As you can see, it's overcast today. I don't know if it's going to be sunny or not. So I thought I'd go ahead and plug it in and top the batteries off, charge the jackery, and use it to brew a little coffee this morning. And yes, I'm still using Walmart Great Value Colombian. When I told you all I was brewing with K-Cups and I was using Walmart Great Value Colombian, a lot of you suggested that I try something called community coffee. So I actually went out and bought like a whole big box, like maybe, I don't know, 30 or 40 K-Cups of community coffee. And I drank every bit of it. And to be honest with you, I don't really like it. I'm still back on the Walmart Great Value Colombian. So put another suggestion in the comments below. Oh, Great Value Colombian, son. So one of the things that I hadn't mentioned before is that a few years that I came down here, I actually covered the event for Model Airplane News magazine. And if you go to Google and type in Model Airplane News and Michael Foster, you can actually go back and read some of my old articles. But one of the cool things is this airplane behind me. This is called a Riley Model B. And this is not modeled after a real airplane. This is completely a design that some guy came up with. He builds one of these a year and actually did an article on one of these a few years back. So pretty cool to see another one. this little plane here is pretty cool. It's a Piper Tri-Pacer, and it's a model of the first real plane I ever flew in. My next door neighbor had one of these when I was a kid, and he tucked me up, and my feet have never been on the ground since. This one actually is for sale, but I didn't bring that much money. So check out this lift. They rent one of these and have it down here in case somebody puts one in a tree, they can get it out. So I was just walking up the flight line, and one of my viewers called me out. He said, "Hey, you're the Camp Easy guy." He ended up being a young boy. He's going to college, and he said he doesn't want to throw his money away on an apartment rent. So he's looking to convert a Sprinter van. So, hey, if you're watching this video, good luck to you. And it was good meeting you. The pizza worked out so good last night that I've hooked the oven back up again this morning, and I'm going to try making some biscuits and fry some sausage up. If you can see the trees, the wind has picked up now a little bit, and the temperature's dropped down to about 275. So yeah, I'm definitely going to need sorry about that, you hear that loud airplane, but I'm definitely going to need a little bit of a stronger heat source if I'm going to run this 350 or above. Oh yeah, these things look perfect. This right here is what you call a little oven loving. So the biscuits are covered up. Now I'm going to pull out some sausage links and throw them in the skillet, and the 2-burner cooktop is back in the drawer. It took just, I don't know, 10-15 seconds to put it back in. You can see all this carnage behind me. At the evening time, these guys take the planes down to the lake and they try to dunk the tail in the water, and they even have a sticker they can put on their plane that says, "I dipped my tip." And there's the Camp Easy. Let's get her hooked up and head towards the house and go back to work to earn some more camping and airplane money. All right, so check it out. Joanne made some twice baked potatoes a while back, and she sucked bagged the leftovers. So I pulled those dudes out of the cooler and threw them in the pan, and they're gonna be delicious. And what trip would be complete without some suck bag taters? If you haven't seen this before on the channel, Joanne takes potatoes, onions and peppers and sausage and puts in some seasoning. She puts it in a suck bag. That way when you put it in the cooler and the ice melts, it's not going to get wet and soggy. Dump those last 2 eggs in there, and we'll stir that up and get it scrambled. Oh my goodness. These suck bag taters and eggs